Good morning. If not for my struggles, I might never have known my strengths.
Exactly. When you go to hospital.
There are in fact chickens at the Laughing Heart. So you go up past those forsythias and then turn into the driveway there to get to the what is this? The Standing Bear hostel. We were just talking about Laughing Heart, which is why that's in Hot Springs. That's why it's on my mind. But yep, walk up this road past the forsythias and you're at the Standing Bear hostel. Good morning and welcome to day 21. We are leaving the Standing Bear hostel. It was a very nice stay. I enjoyed it. The bunks were nice. They were a little dirty, as the reputation said, but once you put a couple layers of sheets on the bed and you can sleep in your liner, the sleeping bag liner, or your sleeping bag, or both if you want to, it's not a problem at all. It's a mattress, which is softer than our air pads are. And they have water, they have little resupply. You can mail drop things there. They have cats. So all in all, it was a pretty good stay. And I'm glad I stayed there. So now we got day 21. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Our goal is 30 miles to Hot Springs over the course of 2 days. I'm trying to do more today than tomorrow because I'd rather hike bigger miles on the sunny day and less miles on the upcoming rainy day. Let's keep on hiking. It is Stick the Eagle here, and we are heading northbound in the Appalachian Trail from Springer Mountain, Georgia to Mount Katahdin, Maine. I do appreciate these little signs that says AT North, and then this way AT South. So when we get started this morning, we are greeted with an immediate 2,500 feet of up in 4 miles or so to get to the top of Snowbird Mountain. Hopefully there isn't any snow up there like the name. We saw Bushman, Godfather, PBJ at the hostel, as well as the Optimist at the hostel last night. So it was nice to have some camaraderie. They had cake. The cake was amazing. They had fire. It was a good night. Goodbye, Smokies. Still going up Snowbird Mountain. It's nice that they send us along the side instead of sending us like straight up there. It may not look steep, but it's actually fairly steep up here. And eventually we're going somewhere up there. So this climb up Snowbird overall is steeper than the climb from the the NOC rather. The NOC climb out of was 3,000 feet over 7 miles. This is 2,500 feet over 4 miles. So it's definitely steeper. It's shorter, but it's steeper. So Standing Bear Farm, a lot of negative reviews. I heard a lot of negatives yesterday, but I had a good experience there. The bunks may be a little dirty, but they provide you with sheets and a pillowcase. I just put 2 sheets down and slept in my sleeping bag liner, and that was good enough for me. The mattress was very comfortable, more comfortable than the air pads we usually sleep on, so I don't know why people are complaining about that. Also, they have a nice fire pit, nice hot shower. So it's a great place to relax right after coming out of the Smokies. Also a great spot to send mail drops, and thank you to two of you who did send me a mail drop there. I have another mail drop from my aunt and uncle waiting for me in Hot Springs. I don't think it's there yet, but it should be there when I'm there. So love these places that all do the good mail drops like this, and love the people who would do them for me. So thank you, thank you. Still working on this 4-mile climb. There is plenty more. So right now, I just can't believe that I'm doing Max Patch today. Like, I've seen people talk about going over Max Patch. I've seen it in vlogs, going over Max Patch. It's a staple. And I get to do that today after Snowbird. Snowbird just keeps on going. This dried fruit that I got in the resupply box last night tastes amazing this morning. Right now I'm just telling myself, I do this for fun. I do this for fun. Pretty recent fall here, at least it's not too hard to get around. Onward northbound. You know, they say that sometimes the greatest motivation for continuing a through hike is the fact that you've already started. Not a bad tenting spot most of the way up Snowbird Mountain. At least I hope it's most of the way up. There was some more up. And that's a nice big tree that fell recently. You can tell from the recently split wood there. We'll find a way around. I just sat down in this tree to get over and it feels so good, so I'm staying here a moment. Getting some pretty good views to the west there. Almost at Snowbird Peak. See, there's a good view out to the east too when you get up to the top. We are very nearly there. To the top of, we're getting close to the top of Snowbird, looks like. It's going to be a grassy bald up here. AT! That's cute, whoever did that. Air traffic control. It's a nice view from here. Top of Snowbird Mountain. All the way around. There's PBJ. All the way around this facility here. Look at that. That's a nice spot. Gorgeous views. The thermometer reading is already 59 degrees. And this here is the Smokies, where we were this past week. We are enjoying a nice break here on top of Snowbird Mountain with the air traffic facility behind us and the views in front of us, which I just showed you. And I met, what's your trail name?
Hey y'all, I'm PBJ and loving it out here on the AT. It's been real awesome just getting to spend time, enjoy nature, and meet some awesome people out here.
Yeah, we both stayed at the, what was it called?
Standing
Bear last night. It was a great seeing that little community there that we would have never seen, like you said, if we hadn't been hiking the AT. So it's really cool to see these little places. So. Awesome. Well, hope to see you down trail.
Of course.
Or up trail.
Exactly. Yep.
Happy trails.
See y'all.
There's where we were, and a little bit north of the summit, there's a little clearing and a fire ring where you'd be treated to a gorgeous sunrise. Wow. We're heading down. Max Patch should be one of those up there, I think. There are like tons of these little anthills all along the trail, like for the past like half mile. And I'm like, I don't want to step in your little homes. I'm going to try to avoid them. But you guys know that this is not the best place to build your houses. It's the Appalachian Trail. And there are hundreds and thousands behind me wanting to walk this same path. So choose a better place, like over there or somewhere. Who put this climb in? One thing that PBJ said when we were talking is how simple this life is. We just eat, sleep, and walk all day, every day. And then we get the nice little hostels in between. Oh, there's another fire ring right there. Now that I'm out of the Smokies, there'll be a lot of nice places like this to set up my tent. I don't always need to use the shelters. So, the only thing about them is that they need water carries. So if you want to cook, you just need to make sure you bring enough water with you. Just here enjoying a leisurely stroll through the woods at the moment. I'm just enjoying being out here, and I'm not worried about going too fast right now. I'm just here enjoying the outdoors. On the flat spots, I can go relatively fast and make up ground when it's a really nice grade. But if it's like too steep down or up, or there's too many roots and rocks to navigate around, it's better to go slower, because it's so easy to twist an ankle or something on a root or a rock if there's a lot of those around. So, and right now there happens to be a lot of roots and rocks, even though it's not a steep downhill. So I figure it's better just to enjoy a slow pace and just enjoy the woods out here. When you're walking down a grade like this and there's a lot of little roots and rocks covered by leaves, it's almost like you could walk easily down this and go really fast, but the tiniest thing could be covered by leaves and you could trip and fall and twist an ankle, and it's better to go slower and be careful than it is to just worry about being fast and then get an injury that might take you off trail for a week or so. I'm also feeling a little bit sore today. I'm not quite sure why. I haven't done anything much different, but taking it easy. Maybe it's those 5 extra resupply peak refuel meals that I got yesterday in my pack. So now I've got like 8 in my pack, because remember when I found some during at a hiker box that I added, so I picked up some extras. But and I haven't had them every night either when I've been low on water or whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna start having them more, because I have plenty of them and I need to eat them to get the weight off my back. Plus it helps me stay nourished as well. I don't know why the first week I just didn't feel that hungry on trail, so I wasn't feeling like hungry enough for one of those meals, so I was just eating dry food instead. But now I can much more easily convince myself to eat them. Deep gap 2850, max patch is 6.6 that away. Great spot for a break over here. Well, I guess what drove me up and on that next hill and onward a bit faster. The word in the trail is that fresh ground is at Max Patch Road. Now, I heard that about Davenport Gap yesterday, and he left before I got there. And we're not getting our hopes up today, but it will certainly make me walk faster in any case. I very much like these gradual ascents. They're very good for me. And they're enjoyable. This is a climb. 3.5 miles to Max Patch. 74 degrees, and that little breeze that I'm getting right now feels amazing. This is challenging. There's a blaze, and you see that blaze way up there. Yeah. This is what we've been coming up. Max Patch Mountain. We're just going straight up. Almost straight up. When someone tells you that fresh ground's up ahead, you don't feel anything anymore. You're just like, I gotta get there. And somehow I did 4 miles in just over an hour. And I'm like, I was going up a mountain too. How did I do that? I'm probably about 1.5 miles from where he was last seen. The story of the pre-bubble chasing fresh ground. I'm about a 1/2 mile from Max Patch Road. I have trouble believing that there's actually a road up here because I seem to be pretty high. But, and hey, it's just about 2 o'clock now. I've done 5.5 miles in 2 hours, which is well above my usual pace because I was chasing fresh ground. But if fresh ground is not there, I'm not going to be upset because I still covered good miles and I can rest and help Max Patch. So that's a good thing. According to Far Out, this point is exactly the border between North Carolina and Tennessee. There's no marker or anything, but it follows the ridge line and we're on top of the ridge line and now we're going down a little bit on this side. 12 miles by 2 o'clock is not bad at all. Fresh Ground's offering today pasta and toast and stir fry.
Stir fry veggies. You want to see this?
Yeah.
Stir fry veggies.
Stir fried
Yeah,
veggies.
they're a little soggy.
That's
They were crisp
awesome.
when I put them in there.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the meat sauce to go with the pasta. This is terrific.
Yeah. Big old pot.
Got Bushman. Awesome. Thank you, Fresh Ground.
Yeah, apples, oranges, bananas, grapes, strawberries, and Gatorade.
There's always fruit in Gatorade.
Always. That's always.
This is what Fresh Ground does.
So I could do bacon and sausage in the morning if y'all want.
We're over here in the Max Patch parking area. And there's no camping. 1 hour after sundown and 1 hour before sunrise. Groups limited to 10. No fireworks. All right. Max Patch Mountain. Four of us, myself, Bushman, PBJ, and Optimist, hung out with Fresh Ground for like 1.5 hours. Straight in that hat. We had 2 servings of pasta over that time, and it was super good, and it was just a great time for some fellowship with each other. So, yeah, nice day, beautiful day, great time to hang out with Fresh Ground. Oh yes, and Fresh Ground, of course, always accepts donations, so if you'd like to donate to Fresh Ground's cause, look him up on Facebook, Fresh Ground's Leapfrog Cafe. Fresh Ground offers trail magic to hikers. He likes to stay ahead of the bubble so he doesn't have too many mouths to feed at once, but he never takes a penny from hikers, and he cooks these wonderful meals. And now I'm nice and filled up, and I don't even need to cook tonight because of all the food we ate at Fresh Ground. So he fills us up. If you get fed by Fresh Ground, you remember it because you get fed well. So thank you, Fresh Ground. Steps leading up Max Patch. Max Patch, summit marker. It's beautiful up here. Every direction. Every single direction. Wow. stop looking at this. So thankful for this amazingly beautiful day to visit Max Patch. It is so warm, the breeze feels nice. Oh, this is amazing. It's like 70 degrees out here, and I get to look at this the whole way down. Oh, so worth it. A lot of day hikers up here because there's a parking lot nearby. But that's okay. I'm loving it. Is this the AT? It's so wide and awesome and flat. I like this walk. Well, this is my first time trying a Snowbird bladder, and I just opened up this top end and this filled right up. It's so much easier than trying to fill up these Sawyer bladders. It does work with a Sawyer filter still though, and I can pour it right into my clean water bladders. But this is a win. Should be a nice, easy, graded hike to get to Lemon Gap, where Fresh Ground told us to meet him for breakfast in the morning. So the plan is to find a group of people who are probably already tenting there and try out my new tent as well, just like I tried out my new Snowbird bag. Yippee! Now that I'm out of the Smokies, I can actually try that tent since we're not allowed to camp outside the shelters in the Smokies. I was planning on pushing to Walnut Mountain Shelter today. I actually just left the Roaring Fork Shelter where I got some water. But it's only another mile up the hill, and it's not a bad hill. And if Fresh Ground's gonna make us pancakes if we stay at Lemon Gap, I'm staying at Lemon Gap. Oh, hey there. I'm just humming along. I am humming along because I've had a good day today, a good last couple of days actually, and there's been fine weather that has played a role. And probably Fresh Ground too plays a role. And the friends that I saw, Fresh Ground, PBJ, and Optimist. Oh, who else was there? It's just been a good all-around end to the week. What is today? It's the end of the week. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but we're going into Hot Springs tomorrow, staying at the Laughing Heart Hostel. We'll do some laundry, and we'll take a look around the Hot Springs area, and I look forward to that. So even though it might be raining, I'll be able to look forward to getting into the town. So I'm in an optimistic mood today. This is what I get to look at as I walk along this trail. Fresh Ground is making me set up my Gossamer Gear tent for the first time. This will be only the second night that I've tried to set up a tent versus sleeping in shelters. So, the first one where I set up my tiger wall was a very discouraging time for me, but it ended up working out. But I think I know how this Gossamer Gear tent works out, so I'm still optimistic about it. And I thank again the subscriber Jamie who sent it to me, because that was a super, super kind gift. Hey look, it's a bridge. Isn't that pretty? I guess this is the spot. I was expecting other people around here, but there's nobody. First, we lay out the ground tarp, nicely labeled head and foot. Then we start staking out the bathtub floor with these little loops on the corners. Make sure the hook is facing outward, not inward. And do the same on this side, and I'll do the same over there. Now the bathtub floor of this Gossamer Gear tent is nicely staked out. Trekking pole height, 125 centimeters. This will be set up on either side. Next, you stake your trekking pole up there to support it and tie off your trekking pole right here to the tent. And I did it on both sides. However, my tent is sagging in the middle, so I'm going to need to angle them so that the tent does not sag. So I'm going to do that now. The poles are now angled and the tent is straight. Now all that we need to do is peg each of these corners of the tarp, all four corners, and the guy lines out into the ground with pegs. Don't forget to peg that middle with the shepherd's hook too, just like I did with this one. Again, I'm angling this away from the tent, this peg, so that this loop does not come off. All right, as you can see now, all the lines are staked out, except for this one, and I'm thinking that perhaps I need to stake this out instead of that orange hook in there. Maybe the trekking pole is supposed to go through there so that I can nicely hook this in here as well. But this one seems a little less important. It just helps protect the rain. So I set that guideline up too. Unfortunately, I did set it up a little backwards. My door is over here by the tree, but I'll live with that tonight. That is okay. I am very happy with this. I got the guidelines out to create more room in the tent, and voila. This looks like a good tent. Thank you again, Jamie, for providing me with this tent. I am very, very happy with this setup so far. Now we'll take a look at getting our gear out inside. First, when I opened this flap, there is plenty of room in here for me to store my backpack if I need to store it outside the tent, and my shoes, and they will stay dry in this little area right outside my tent door. And then here I have this nice one-man spot for my sleeping pad and sleeping bag. This is amazing. I can also roll up this door with these little tools here if I want more air at night. And it has a mosquito netting, of course, so I am free from bugs. That's how nicely my backpack fits in that little spot, so it's protected from any rain that we get. Obviously, this stuff will be going inside the tent or back in my backpack. And the inside setup, this is how easy it is to roll back the cover to get some extra air too. You got these little fasteners right there, 2 of those. And this is my setup. I've got my sleep clothes in here, my sleeping bag liner, my extra bags, which everything came out of. And my Nemo sleeping bag fits perfectly in here. Underneath that is my Sea to Summit pad. Underneath the whole tent is the footprint. So there's plenty of room in here for me to do what I need to do. I am super happy. And as I work on changing and my socks as well, I can sit on my bear canister as a nice little stool as I make my camp. Next time I won't have this huge tree right next to me. I'll open up towards the campfire ring, but I'm just learning, and I'm not gonna redo it all now. I have to say these topos have been really great over the past 230 miles. Yeah, because I'm at mile 260 today, and my heels are really nice and healed. And they were bad after coming down off Blood Mountain. Alright, y'all. I changed into my sleep clothes. I am still alone at this campsite. I'm still sitting in my bear canister. I'm right next to my tent here, and I am super happy with this. I'm super happy with this day. It's been amazing. We had an amazing weather day at Max Patch. That was terrific. Even Snowbird Mountain earlier this morning was terrific. I made some new friends in PBJ Optimist. And what's his name? Three others. Those three, PBJ Optimist. Anyway, those three are planning on staying at Max Patch and watching the sunset and then hiking the 5 miles down to this spot to be ready for fresh ground. Now, I love capturing the sunsets, but I knew that I wasn't staying in a shelter and I wanted to figure out this tier tent in the daylight hours. So it's probably a beautiful sunset there right now, but I'm still happy. I've got some sunsets recently, like a Klingman's. And I'm happy with this tent, y'all. So I've had the time to set it up, learn how it works, and maybe next time I could set it up in the dark. But I'm not going to try to do that. But I'll be comfortable sleeping maybe on mountains if it's not too windy, if it's good weather, even in the rain. So I've been liking the shelters mostly and staying in shelters every night but one so far. But I'm liking this tent, y'all, so maybe I'll start tenting a lot more. Thank you so much again, Jamie, for this beautiful tent. I'm so happy with this. And it's great having this place to myself right now. I expect the other friends to come in after dark, probably like 8 or 9. I might be in my tent, but I'll hear them come in. I'll probably be editing this video. But right now I'm alone. I could change outside, don't have to worry about anything. Hopefully there aren't any bears around, but I've got my bear canister. I'm going to now sort out my food and put my food away from camp. It has to be 70 feet at least away from camp. So yeah, this has been a great day. Day 21, you're all learning some new things, meeting fresh ground again, and he's going to be cooking us breakfast in 0.2 of a mile down at Lemon Gap. I'm pointing toward Lemon Gap, but you can't see where it is. So it is Stick the Eagle here, Stick on Trail, and I wish you all many peace and blessings. Thank you all so much for watching this video and for watching my videos. I so appreciate that. I love reading your comments when I have service and replying to them. So thank you. Keep them coming. We're on an AT journey, y'all. And we're loving it out here. We are really loving it out here. This tent made my night. So if you'd like to follow along for more content, please be sure to subscribe. And also, if you'd like to follow along for some live content, you may follow along on Instagram. Same handle, @StickTheEagle. For now, remember to embrace the journey and happy trails.